My God. In the case of the IPOB, the Indigenous People of Biafra, this is in as a federal government of Nigeria files a fresh terrorism charge against Nnamdi Kanu. The federal government yesterday entered fresh terrorism allegations against the detained leader of the proscribed Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu. Counsel to the IPOB leader Aloy Ejimako confirmed the development to newsmen yesterday. The federal government, in the amended process it filed before the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, increased the counts in the initial charge as it's preferred against the Kanu. The IPOB Indigenous People of Biafra leader, who was hitherto facing a 7-count treasonable felony charge, will now enter his fresh plea to a 15-count amended charge and signed by the Director of Public Prosecution (DPP) MB Abubakar. The federal government amended the charge barely 24 hours to the scheduled commencement of hearing by trial justice Binta Iyanku. The IPOB leader who had been rearranged and also rearrested in October on the 7-count charge, will now take his plea in response to a charge on 15 counts, including on terrorism. The court had on December 2nd fixed Tuesday to hear some pending applications, including one Kanu filed requesting to be discharged and acquitted. Kanu, who is a standing trial on charges bordering on treasonable felony, is currently in the custody of the Department of State Services (DSS). He is scheduled to appear in court as when due, and also for continuation of his trial. That is what it is. Yes, if Nnamdi Kanu would definitely be charged with a treasonable felony, I don't think Buhari will escape a violation of human rights when it comes to the issue of violation. Come 2023, the International Criminal Court, they are watching and very, very, observing, or very, very observant as it is. I would say, since Nigeria is under United Nations, the treaty which covers all the agreement we have, it's same as that of the United States. Just because of the power of incumbency, the Nigerian government have been acting on impunity or with impunity, against the Nigerian citizens, and that is very, very appalling, and it's not encouraging for Nigerians as it is. I would say if the count charge, the so-called or the said count charge, is bordering on treasonable felony, and what is treasonable felony, I believe hitherto Nnamdi Kanu has been speaking, against a bad governance of the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. And as it is, they say in their own context and their own definition, they will say treasonable felony is that Nnamdi Kanu is speaking ill of a good deed, or speaking ill of a President Muhammadu Buhari. Yes, who is going to settle this case, or who is guilty and who would be behind bars. As the federal government also entered fresh terrorism allegations against the detained leader of the proscribed Indigenous People of Biafra. Just because they are proscribed does not really mean they are really proscribed. I would say the Indigenous People of Biafra have the right to associate with whoever they want to associate with, or rather, the constitution which says that you have the right to association, you have the right to move freely and without nothing disturbing as it is citizens of the country, or citizens of the country. How do you know the citizens? I don't know. In Nigeria, you only know citizens whenever you have your ID cards. That's when you know citizens, because there is no citizenship ID card. There should be that yes, I'm a Nigerian and this is my ID card. Well, that should be by the wayside. The IPOB leader, who was hitherto facing a 7-count treasonable felony charge by this Buhari administration, and I believe Malami would be at the forefront when we're trying to indict Nnamdi Kanu, and he was the first person to announce that he was arrested all the way from Kenya. Because I would say Malami really have so many things to embezzle, or so many corruption to swim in, and that is why he wouldn't want Sunday Igboho or Nnamdi Kanu to, lay siege, because they know the Southerners are very, very vast and very, very exposed, and that is why the marginalization is just more very obvious on the Southern region, just because the Southern region truly have let's say the resources or natural resources. Nigeria has 80% of it is in the south, and they wouldn't want the Fulani to leave office just the way they came, and to embezzle and embezzle and embezzle. And that is why I usually say that Malami is presiding over the affairs of the country, while Buhari is just representing. You would say, you will recall with me when Buhari was interviewed on Arise TV. There are some certain questions that were being asked. Yes, you are the president. You're talking about cow, talking about gazette. How do you mean by this gazette? You said maybe some persons have built houses on those routes that cow used to pass. So be it. It seems we're going to do something to it. There was one thing he mentioned along that line, because the question was so directing, and that, but you're the president. I believe those routes should be reconsidered. He said, no, I am not saying either reconsider or not. But what he's saying is, in essence, he said, do you want me to contradict my Attorney General? Which simply means the questions should rather go to the Attorney General of the Federation, or rather, yeah, because the Attorney General of the Federation is a senior advocate of Nigeria, and is a lawyer, because they believe he knows what the law says. And meanwhile, not minding and not forgetting that the power of impunity is still, dwelling in your so-called brothers half. You think you're a good man, brothers are your kingsmen, and you want to put them, or you put them in sensitive positions. Those that merit that position, you never give it to them, and that is why Nigeria has turned upside down as it is today. Yeah, may God really help us. But the IPOB, who was arraigned or had been arraigned in October, the court had on December 2nd fixed Tuesday to hear some pending applications, including the one Kanu filed requesting to be discharged and acquitted. Kanu, who is standing trial on charges bordering on treasonable felony, is currently in the custody of the Department of State Services. DSS is scheduled to appear in court as it is for the continuation of his trial. Well, I would say and the time may not really permit us, but I would want to, try to, read from the comment section, so that we can share ideas together as it is. Basically, I would say Nnamdi Kanu is a very, very innocent man, and Igbo also, in the other hand, is an innocent man, because they when they started the agitation for or when they started their agitation or rally or thereabout, I would say Sunday Igboho, was clamoring for good governance, and likewise Nnamdi Kanu. But Nnamdi Kanu has been on this for a longer time, and Nnamdi Kanu believes he knows the modus operandi, mode of operation of Buhari's administration, and that is why he's giving the Buhari administration body it. You understand what that simply means? It's more or less like a threat to them, but he's saying the truth. Yes, bad governance, until when bad governance, came to them and start, eradicating their properties and wanted to kill them, and that is why Nnamdi Kanu ran, and they said he jumped bail. Sunday Igboho is in Benin Republic facing same count charge. Well, this is what I'm going to draw, because I would like you to share your views in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.